What for? What, over that fence? Oh, wow. Oh, I'm going to the FA about you. Your language is atrocious.
Come on, Rangers. Come on, Rangers.
Missed the whole game.
He's 15 yards in front of me. Oh,
Charlwood are back on the south coast. A week after losing to Eastbourne Rangers in the league, they're once again heading 40 miles south, this time to face Rangers for a quarter-final fixture in the Montgomery Cup. Refusing to accept a small squad this time out, Berks has drafted in a new striker in the shape of George Smith, brother of midfield general Mike, a transfer deadline day signing they haven't actually met until now. But by all accounts, he's quite a player. In the meantime, Adam Lippett returns to the squad after taking a game off to drink wine and play golf, which didn't really impress his gaffer.
Got enough players. He's drinking wine at Glen Eagles last week, put them in the group. £18 a glass. Oh yeah, hoity-toity. Everyone's late, just working out timings really, to be honest with you, just the basics of when to go out, when to talk. Talking about shape and formation, which we might change a bit today. Change it up. New signings that are hungry. Let them settle down, because when you're late for anything, you're already flustered and annoyed. So just let them settle down, get changed. About 15 minutes, go through the team, go out, stay out, and cup quarter final. And we hurt last week, so.
I was going to ask if you did anything differently.
Yeah, again, they're just in there, so I'm always a bit paranoid about things. But yeah, we are. We're changing it up today. I think just being back here is bringing back, if you've had a bad experience somewhere and you have to come back very soon. I felt it as soon as I was like, oh no, like this car, and they're probably feeling that as well. But there's a nice buzz in there. There's more numbers today, so there's a lot more in our favour. And obviously, there's no excuse of any arrogance today or anything like that, because they've done us last week. So being humbled, humble pie.
With a bigger squad to choose from, Berks has had to make a couple of tough calls, with fitness guru Ben Davey dropping to the bench despite making the long trek south for the second week in a row.
But that position's there to make your own.
Yeah, I thought I did all right.
Yeah, you did, mate, you did. Yeah, and it's more really that...
I could get it from a thinking of going forward as well.
Yeah.
Playing with something maybe a bit more attacking. We're quite similar.
I've changed, so you'll hear in a minute, I've changed everything completely different today.
Yeah, fine.
Is that all right?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Thanks, Ben.
While Berks was in the corridor breaking the news to Ben, Matt Ward was busy doing something silent but incredibly violent in the changing room that is going to ruin the best laid team talk plans.
Wow! Bailey is 11. Wow, fucking hell, what is that? That's powerful, mate. That is literally on dog shit.
Oh, who's done that? Oh, wow. Who is that? Wardy, that's horrendous. Is there another change room we can use? Boys, we'll do it out on the grass. That's horrendous. No, that's horrendous. That's horrendous. I'm not doing it in here. It's disgusting. Come on, then. Boys, grab what you need. We'll lock it up. We'll do it outside. All right. Boys, listen up then. I shouldn't really need to say anything too heart-raising after last week. It was embarrassing. It hurt. And I know all weekend it really hurt. All right. We owe this lot this week. This is a quarter-final. We're changing it up. We're going to 4-4-2 today, as you can see. What didn't we do last week? We didn't play any football. What are we going to do this week? We're going to pass the ball, boys, all game. We're going to look at our centre-backs splitting, our full-backs bombing on, some rotation in here. So when we get the ball, these two guys are splitting and you guys are rotating. Not only do we deserve a performance today, in terms of result, we deserve to show them why we're top and why some of you are playing Ryman and above. Because last week we didn't show it. So show your quality on the ball, show what we've got, because that was embarrassing last week. So let's get in there and get up to them. Come on. What do we expect? We expect that work rate. We expect that togetherness. We expect you to give everything as much as you can for the team in terms of pressing. And when you've got it, we expect you to pass and enjoy the game of football. That's fair, isn't it? That's fair. I also expect you to communicate well with each other, because they're the enemies. And they hurt us all last week. Everyone associated with the club, the committee, they hurt us all last week. So whatever anger you've got in you from work, it's at them. It's not in here. In here we're together, and there's no way they're going through to the semi-final cup in place of us today. Let's have it.
After conceding early in the previous match against Eastbourne Rangers, Charlwood are keen to keep it clean in the early stages here. Giving away a free kick in dangerous territory, however, is not part of that plan.
In, swing up!
Owen Jones's wind-assisted curler isn't well cleared, and the ball eventually drops to Sam Collins. His neat finish into the bottom corner from behind a screen of defenders gives Zach no chance, and Rangers take another early lead. Charlwood respond by piling forwards. A corner from Jamie Liddell ends up back at the winger's feet, and his second effort gets a lot closer to an immediate equaliser.
Get together, Tomo! Where's Tomo? Movement, Tom!
Another devilish corner from Liddell finds the head of Adam Lippett, but his effort goes slightly wide.
Payne, go left side!
Charlwood's third corner brings a whole new routine, and Mike Smith rolls the ball just wide of the far post. Smith and Liddell are at the heart of Charlwood's best moves, testing the sprightly goalkeeper Louis Peach, who is in for a busy afternoon.
Smudger, well done! Boys, brilliant last five, it's coming!
New signing George Smith is the next one to get involved, driving hard and low at Peach's goal.
Right, George! Right, George! Deliver. Why not?
Eastbourne are forced to dig in, hacking the ball away and hoping to keep Charlwood at bay with stout defending. The approach nearly pays off when captain Stephen Payne inadvertently plays in Elliot Poole. Fortunately, Zach is on his toes and gets there first. Payne looks to redeem himself with a great touch and shot, but he slips his effort just wide. Rangers are in need of some midfield bite, and they get a bit more than that from their rabid midfield general Tony Derese, who is keen to let George Smith know he's there.
Referee the 4!
It's the first of numerous yellow card challenges that Derese gets away with. And it's not put George off. His ball into the box very nearly catches the Rangers' defence out.
Right round! Right round!
Yet another Liddell corner tests Rangers' rear guard.
Yay!
Matt Ward's header is stopped on the line, and Stephen Payne reacts to smash the rebound into the roof of the net.
Nothing more than we deserve! Keep playing! Good half, lads! Good half, lads! Georgie, I know it's tough up there! George, doing a great job!
Eastbourne respond by coming out of their half, forcing Jamie Liddell to have to track back, something he doesn't actually bother doing.
Jamie, help! Oh my God, Mike! I'm going to lose a plot here, Mike. He's walking around again, every week.
Another dangerous ball from Owen Jones is cleared, but only as far as Luke Reggie Reagan, who unleashes from 25 yards. Rangers continue to pile on the pressure, and Reggie Reagan's corner picks out the head of Tony Derese. The referee may have been looking through a crowd of players from 20 yards away, but he somehow gets it right, and Rangers retake the lead.
Yellow winner, let's go again!
As is somewhat typical of Charlwood, being behind gives them the impetus to take control. Smith and Liddell combine to play in George, and despite the keeper's flailing clearance, the away side can't quite squeeze the ball in.
Unlucky boys, unlucky George!
The game has opened up, and Rangers look to extend the lead when Elliot Poole slips past Wardy and drives low at Zach. Sam Collins squares the ball for Derese, but the referee spots the ball ricochet off Collins' arm, giving Charlwood a much needed reprieve. Charlwood's attempts to counter are hampered by some sensible fouling,
Every time, ref!
much to Bark's irritation, particularly when Owen Jones kicks the ball away without censure from the referee.
Ref!
The situation boils over when the Rangers midfielder refuses to retreat 10 yards.
Get hold of it, ref! There's a respect campaign right there telling me to shut up.
Talk to you how you talk to me.
I did not say that, I said get hold of it. That's better than shut up. That's an improvement.
Another unpunished blatant yellow card challenge from Derese gives the referee a chance to have a friendly chat with the Charlwood manager.
I'll tell you to shut up if you start setting a bad example from over here and telling me to get hold of a game.
Yeah, it's dangerous.
It's perfectly easy to get hold of, all right?
It is easy to get hold of.
If you want to stay this side of the fence, keep your mouth shut, okay?
Please don't tell me to shut up. Please be respectful. That's all I'm asking.
Well, don't tell me to
I
get
don't
hold
tell
of
you
the
to shut
game.
up.
You show respect to me, I'll show
that's
respect to
personal,
you.
shut
You
up.
talk to me like that, I'll
I
talk to
didn't
you
tell you
like
to shut up though. You did. What for? What, over that fence? Oh, wow. I'm going to the FA about you. Your language is atrocious. Your language is atrocious. Good luck with the write-up.
For Barks, it's time to get busy living or get busy dying. A double woodwork combo from Murphy and Rumbelow doesn't do much to lighten the manager's mood.
Wow.
They're not a great side, lads, but we're allowing them to play what they want to do and just smash long balls forward, and we're getting caught out. We need to work together. The goal, it wasn't you, but you need to come in, because if Wardy can slow him down and you're coming back in as well, it's just an extra bit of cover rather than be a one-on-one. Okay, Murphs, Payne, we need to be... You're not a left-back, Jamie. What I'm saying is... That's fine. I don't understand. But if we've got other people coming in, okay,
that aside, Jamie, but the quality on the ball, first 25, you gave away every touch, all right? So let's up that side there, all right? He's asking you to work back as a team. Someone says work, just work for them. That's it. You're the better side here. Bailey, you're going to come out right side. Payne, you're going to go back in the hole in the middle. We're going to go 4-5-1. If we don't come away from here with victory, something's gone wrong. We're missing chances from 5-10 yards out. We must take our chances. We must be clinical. Do not get on each other. We're 2-1 down again, and I'm stuck this side of this green fence. All right? I know it's a joke, boys. Every time we score, we look like we're going to concede. We've got to keep that work rate. Georgie's busting a gut up there. He keeps testing the keeper, but we're not clinical down there. We're not clinical. They've scored 2 out of 2, and we've hit the post, the crossbar. Oh, unlucky. Stick it away. Let's get out there and take it to them. Come on!
The opening to the second half is peppered with a sequence of vengeance challenges. It all starts with Mike Smith's late tackle. Unlike the untouchable Derese, Smith gets a yellow card. Speaking of Derese, he seeks justice on his teammates' behalf, willing to accept a yellow card for this clear case of attempted murder, but the referee doesn't even give a free kick. Captain Stephen Payne then responds by kicking Derese. And then another Rangers midfielder attacks Mike. The referee seems oblivious to the ongoing battle for physical supremacy, refusing to send off anyone other than Barks.
That's naughty. Mike, tell him that's naughty.
Eventually, Charlwood start building attacks again. An attempted clearance by Steve Jackson leads to a robust shoulder challenge from George Smith, and Charlwood have an opening.
Target. Yes! Get in there!
Stephen Payne momentarily turns into Keith Houchin, flying through the air like a paper aeroplane to head past Louis Peach. The Rangers' defence are left wondering why the referee didn't give a free kick for George's shoulder barge. Barks, meanwhile, is realising that hope is a good thing, maybe the best of things.
Cheers, Jamie. Smell blood now. Smell blood now.
Desperate to avoid a penalty shootout, Charlwood immediately press for a third as the shell-shocked Rangers players struggle to stem the tide of yellow.
Oh!
George's well-struck effort is spectacularly saved by Louis Peach.
Go on, Tom. Chase it, Tom. Chase it, Tom.
High pressing keeps the home side rooted in their half, much to their own manager's frustration.
Oi! Open your fucking mouth! Chat back there! Come on, all of you!
While our cameras didn't catch it, Tony Derese commits a third yellow card offence, only to get away without so much as a talking to.
Wow!
It's only when he mildly pushes Mike Smith that the referee decides he's had enough.
Talking, Jay. Time, Jamie.
When Derese trips Liddell moments later, it leads to a talking to.
How many more? You alright, Dino? Asking for another beer.
Barks has come this far, maybe he's willing to go a little further.
Match winning, all that frustration. Listen, tonight you're either going to be frustrated or you'll be a match winner, mate. Take it out on them now. Bit of freedom, play with some freedom.
Ignoring the irony of Andy Dufresne talking about freedom, Jamie takes the advice to heart, attacking down the left and finding Bailey in the box. Charlwood getting closer and beginning to force mistakes.
They're all over the place.
With 15 on the clock, Charlwood begin an assault of corners. The first is expertly turned over by the defender's shin. The subsequent 2 corners in the sequence go too long, but Lippett does brilliantly to recover the ball and pick out Justin Ford. Textbook header back across Louis Peach leaves the keeper rooted to the spot, and Justin Ford gives Charlwood a 3-2 lead with a few minutes on the clock.
Hold! Hold! Straight!
Mike picks out his brother George, but the debutant striker blazes over. Presumably there's not a day that goes by where Barks doesn't feel regret.
That's got to be it! Well done, mate. Get in there. Get in there. Well done. Well done. What absolute character, boys! All the way through. All the way through. We kept playing football. We didn't give up our passion, our style, the way we play. Georgie, tremendous. All the way through the side. Everyone worked their guts off. Justin's come down here, stood on the touchline, running the line for you boys, and I'm buzzing for you, Justin, to get on and get that winner.
Don't worry about referees, don't worry about Barks on the other side like Shawshank Redemption. It's about us and us 11 fighting for each other when we're on that pitch. Semi-finals, let's take the next lot. Away next week again. 3 points in the league, let's get our season back on track, boys, alright?
Well done, boys.
Despite the pain of his side's late defeat, the Rangers chairman gave us a quick chat.
My name's Mark McKay, everyone calls me Robbo. I'm the chairman of Eastbourne Rangers. I'm also the assistant manager and coach of our first team. I've almost been here since the club formed 10 years ago. This is our 10th season. Where we started off in East Sussex Div 7, we've come up through the divisions. And as you now know, we're now in the Mid Sussex Premier. Right, today we scored 2 today. It wasn't quite enough, but I generally feel every kick, every header, every tackle. But I think that's what grassroots football is about in a way. You will find lots of people like me at other clubs. I'm sure Charlwood have got someone like me that generally do an awful lot off the pitch to make things tick. When you put in so much time into gathering sponsorship and getting kits together and sorting out training venue deals, you can't really take your eye off it, if you know what I mean. It sounds silly, but it's almost like having another child.
Yeah, but today was us. We passed the ball, we played from the back to the front, we didn't go so direct. Today was us, you know, and we'd rather lose playing that way than like last week we were so direct and just hitting those 2 cents. Last week was nowhere near what we've done all season, the way we want to play.
Yeah, I think the thing is about not getting complacent now, because we had that 5-0, like you say, in the middle, and that was the start of our season, let's kick on, and then we didn't kick on. This feels like we've worked hard for that today, and it feels like we could kick on. Even though you were sent to the stands, I think the communication was still okay, given that there was only a tiny bit of corrugated iron between.
Go stand behind the see-through fence. I mean,
I think we managed that well.
I didn't swear at that referee. I said something like, and it'd be on film, get hold of this game, referee, which I've said a million times in my career from kid to adult. He turned around and told me to shut up in an aggressive manner. And this is the guy that sets the tone. He then came and lectured me, and he looked hungover as hell. He looked like he hadn't slept. Should we be having that at this level? It's embarrassing. Now I'm going to get a red card. I'm going to have to pay the fine. I can appeal, which I could do, but I know that they always take the referee's side, which means my ban double, so I'm going to miss a game, etc. Do I just accept that, knowing it's frustration and it's a poor decision from him, or do I appeal it at risk of doubling everything up? But I shouldn't have to deal with that. I was thinking, as much as we're laughing and joking, everything I put into this club, the drive down here 2 weeks running, the training, all the planning, all the phone calls, I'm now stood behind a green fence because he's hungover and got in a mood today. You know, as much as it's a joke, it's like, I'm sat there thinking, why do I bother with this?
Quickly on Jamie, you know, he made that promise during the week to be positive and to stop sniping at people. And you could tell he was trying. Do you think he was successful?
For him, yeah, I think it was an improvement. I think it was an improvement for him. He's got that in his game.
Mike seems to have a blind side with, like, Mike said to me, if he was at MK Dons and he went MK Dons every week, Jamie would be his favourite player. Like, and I get that.
You know, I said to him at one point during the game,
you're like his counsellor.
And I feel like that. I want to help him.
We are quiet though.
And his communication just needs to improve, Jamie. That's the thing. And the thing is, none of it comes from a bad place with him. He genuinely wants to win games. He wants to play football probably for himself. He really enjoys it and all the rest of it.
Georgie, what a player, by the way.
Yeah.
Going to be good for us. You can see really good signing. For someone like him who could play higher, you just have to make him enjoy it. That's the key. And that's how we've kept players. Is hopefully he's gone away going, I enjoyed that. That was a good buzz. They're a good bunch of lads, and that's how you keep those lads, because he could be getting paid to play. I think now I've stopped playing, I just want to just chill out a little bit. I haven't got the same. When I won, if that was me now as a player, I'll be like, we're all out, like we're out, buzzing, what a victory, down the pub, out, like leading the parade. Now as a manager, I'm like, I want to go home, have a takeaway, watch a film, and go to bed. Like just a completely different. Like I've got a headache, I'm dehydrated, I'm hungry.
Have a bath, put some Kenny Rogers on.
I don't know who Kenny Rogers is, but I'm laughing.
We actually meant Kenny G. If you subscribe to us on Patreon, we promise we'll get our Wayne's World references correct in the future.